Before we go into this energy, I want to take a moment to speak to every single one of you who has been here, who has been showing up to these readings, leaving your thoughts in the comments, sharing your stories, trusting this space with the things you carry quietly in your chest. I see your messages, I read them, and the level of sincerity you bring to this community moves me every single time. If you are new here, welcome. Something brought you to this reading today, and I do not believe that something was random. And to those of you who return again and again, looking for clarity and confirmation and a moment of genuine connection, I am grateful for you, truly. Now, let us go into this because, Virgo, what came through for you in this reading required me to sit with it for a moment before I could deliver it. And now I am ready. I need you to stop whatever else you are doing right now. Not because what I am about to say is frightening, not because there is something you need to brace for or protect yourself against, but because what is moving through your energy at this particular moment in your life is the kind of thing that deserves your full and undivided attention. The kind of thing that if you only half receive it, you will feel later that you missed something, that something important was trying to reach you and you were not quite all the way present when it arrived. So come all the way here into this reading, into this moment, because the truths that are about to be revealed in your life, and I use that word deliberately, revealed, because that is exactly the quality of what is coming, are not going to arrive as gentle suggestions or soft nudges in a direction you were already considering. They are going to arrive with the specific, undeniable force of something that has been true for a long time, finally refusing to remain hidden any longer. And alongside those truths, a second chance that carries the energy of something sacred. Stay with me. Let me begin by speaking to where you are right now, Virgo, because the ground you are standing on in this moment is more significant than it may feel from the inside of it. There has been a period, and for many of you, this period has been longer than you would have chosen if the choice had been yours, where things have felt suspended, where the life you are living and the life you can feel waiting for you just beyond the current horizon have existed in a kind of uncomfortable tension. Where you have been doing everything right, showing up, maintaining yourself, making the choices that integrity requires, even when easier options were available, and yet the external reflection of that internal work has been slower to materialize than felt fair. I feel that in your energy. The specific weight of someone who has been functioning at a high level of character and commitment through a period that has not been generous with its rewards. And I want to name it clearly before anything else because you deserve to have it named. What you have been carrying has been real. The effort has been real. The patience has been real. And the quiet, private question you have been holding, the one that surfaces in the stillest moments, the one that asks whether any of this is actually leading somewhere, is one of the most human questions a person can carry. It is leading somewhere, Virgo. It has been leading here to this specific juncture, to the moment where the truths that have been building beneath the surface of your life finally break through, and to the arrival of something that your soul has been holding space for, even in the seasons when holding that space felt almost unreasonable. Let me speak to the truths first. because they are arriving before the second chance, and they are what makes the second chance possible. There is something you have known, Virgo, something you have known for longer than you have been willing to fully acknowledge, even to yourself. It lives in a quiet part of your awareness, the part that operates beneath the level of analysis and reasoning and the very sophisticated mental architecture you use to make sense of your world. It has been there, patient and persistent, waiting for you to stop explaining it away or filing it under something manageable and simply let it be what it is. The truth about a situation or a person or about yourself and the patterns you have been moving through that have been keeping you in a cycle you are ready to leave. Because here is what I see so clearly in your energy right now. The next chapter of your life, the one that carries the beauty and the alignment and the genuine joy that you have been working toward, cannot fully begin until certain things are seen clearly, not judged, not punished, not turned into evidence of failure or wrong turns or time wasted, but seen honestly with this specific kind of compassionate clarity that allows you to understand something completely without making it mean that you were foolish for not seeing it sooner. You were not foolish. You were in the middle of your own becoming, and you could only see as far as where you were standing at the time. But where you are standing now is different, and from here, certain things are visible that were not visible before. I want to speak to the specific nature of these revelations because the energy is coming through with enough detail that I feel I can be precise about it. For some of you, the truth that is being revealed is about another person, someone who has occupied a significant amount of your energy, your thought, your emotional attention. Someone about whom you have had questions that never quite resolved into clear answers. And what is coming is not a dramatic exposure or a confrontation designed to wound. It is a clarity, a moment where the full picture of this person and this connection becomes visible to you in a way that finally allows you to make a decision from a place of real information rather than from the fog of partial truths and hopeful interpretations. When this clarity comes, and it is very close, I want you to receive it without resistance, even if what it shows you is not the version of the story you had been hoping was true. Because a truth that frees you, even if it initially disappoints you, is always more valuable than a comfortable illusion that keeps you locked in a pattern that is not serving your growth. For others, the revelation is about your own power, about the degree to which you have been underestimating what you carry, what you are capable of, what you deserve to ask for and expect from your life and your relationships and your work. There is a moment coming where you see yourself with a sudden, startling clarity that has nothing to do with arrogance and everything to do with genuine self recognition, where you look at what you have built, what you have survived, what you have maintained through circumstances that would have diminished a less grounded person, and you understand for the first time without immediately deflecting or minimizing it that you are someone extraordinary. That recognition is a truth, one of the most important ones you will ever receive. And for still others, the truth being revealed is about timing, about the understanding that what felt like loss or failure or door closing was not any of those things. It was redirection, specific, purposeful, necessary redirection towards something that could not reach you until you had moved from where you were to where you are now. I want to sit with that for a moment before I move forward because I feel some of you receiving that last part in a way that is moving through you right now. The idea that what felt like a closed door was actually a redirection, that the thing you grieved, the thing that cost you something real, was not a punishment or a sign that you were off track or evidence that good things were not available to you. It was the path, a harder version of the path than you would have chosen, but the path nonetheless. Does that land for you, Virgo? Is there something in your recent past that you have been carrying the weight of, something that still sits in you as an unresolved ache that this reading is beginning to reframe? Let me know in the comments. I genuinely want to hear from you because I feel the depth of what some of you have been through, and I want you to know that this space holds it with care. Now, let us speak about the second chance because this is where the energy shifts. This is where what has been heavy begins to lift. And I want you to feel that shift as I describe it because it is one of the most genuinely beautiful things I have seen in a reading in a long time. A second chance is a specific kind of gift. It is not the same as a first chance, and I think it is important to understand why. A first chance comes when you are who you were before the lessons, before the growth, before the specific, sometimes painful experiences that shaped you into someone with a different and deeper relationship to what you want and why you want it and how you intend to move within it. A second chance comes after all of that. It arrives for the version of you that has been forged by everything the first chance and its aftermath required of you. And because it arrives for this version of you, it carries a quality and a depth that the first chance simply could not have offered. It is not a return to what was, it is an invitation into something that has been upgraded by everything you went through. That is what is coming for you, Virgo, and the energy around it is extraordinary. For some of you, this second chance arrives in the form of a relationship. Someone from your past who is going to re enter your awareness in a way that carries a completely different energy than the last time they were present in your life. Something has shifted in them. The kind of shift that only happens when a person has done real interior work, when they have sat with their own truths and faced the parts of themselves that were not showing up at the level the connection required. And what they are bringing back is not the same thing they were offering before. It is more. It is honesty. It is readiness. It is the specific quality of presence that comes from someone who has learned through their own difficult process exactly what they were taking for granted. Now, I want to be very clear here, Virgo, because your discernment in this moment is critical. A second chance is a gift, but it is not an obligation. It is an opening, not a demand. Whether you walk through it is entirely, completely, and without apology yours to decide. What I am saying is that the opening exists and that the energy of what is being offered through it is genuine. What you do with that is your power to exercise fully. For others, the second chance is professional or creative. A door that you believed had closed permanently beginning to reopen. An opportunity circling back to you in a form that reflects not just where it was before, but where you are now. The timing of its return is not coincidental. It is returning because you are ready for it in a way you were not the first time it appeared, and what you will build with it now from the foundation of everything you have learned in the interval between then and now is going to exceed what was possible before. And for some of you, the second chance is the most personal and the most profound variety. It is the chance to begin again with yourself, to release a narrative you have been carrying about who you are and what you are allowed to want and how much good you are permitted to receive without immediately bracing for the cost of it. To start fresh, not from zero, but from everything you have accumulated, with a gentleness toward yourself that you have perhaps extended freely to others, but withheld from yourself for far too long. That second chance with yourself is the foundation of everything else, and it is available to you right now. I want to speak to the blessed quality of what is coming because that word, blessed, is the one that kept arising when I sat with your energy, and I do not use it lightly. There is a sense in which what is approaching you carries the specific warmth of something that has been held in safekeeping, like something that belonged to you, that was always going to be yours, that has been waiting in a kind of sacred reserve until the moment when you were fully ready to receive it without diminishing it, without talking yourself out of it, without letting the part of you that learned to expect less intercept it before it could fully land. The blessing is real. The timing of it is not accidental. And the form it takes when it arrives is going to be specific enough, personal enough, fitted enough to the exact shape of what you have been quietly holding space for, that any lingering doubt about whether you deserve it or whether it is truly meant for you is going to dissolve the moment it arrives. You are going to know in your body, in that quiet, clear, deeply reliable part of you that has never actually been wrong, even when you overrode it with logic, you are going to know that this is yours. Have you been feeling somewhere beneath the noise of your daily life that something is genuinely about to shift? Not as a vague hope, but as an actual knowing. Something that rises in you sometimes in the quietest moments and tells you that you are closer than you think? I want to know, Virgo. Drop it in the comments. Tell me what you have been sensing. Tell me what area of your life feels like it is on the edge of something. Because the community that gathers in the comments of these readings is one of the most real and grounded communities I have encountered, and your words matter there. As we come toward the close of this reading, Virgo, I want to speak to your strength one final time, because everything I have described today, the revelations, the clarity, the second chance, the blessed opening, none of it arrives to someone who has not earned the capacity to receive it. You have earned it. Through every moment of sustained patience, through every choice to maintain your integrity when compromise would have been easier, through every quiet act of self-respect in the moments when you were not sure anyone was watching, and the answer is that the universe was always watching, through every time you chose growth over comfort and honesty over convenience, and the longer, harder, more real path over the shortcut that would have gotten you somewhere faster, but not somewhere better. All of it has been accumulating, all of it has been building something, and what it has built is a version of you that is ready, genuinely, completely, without qualification, ready for what is now arriving. The truths that are being revealed are not here to diminish you, they are here to free you, to clear the space that has been occupied by uncertainty and half information and the specific exhaustion of not quite knowing, so that what comes into that space carries only what is real and what is worthy and what is fully and beautifully aligned with who you actually are. And the second chance that is coming, it is not a consolation. It is not the universe offering you something because what you originally wanted did not work out. It is the universe offering you something better, more fitting, more sustainable, more deeply connected to the version of you that exists right now rather than the version that first reached for this kind of thing. Receive it, Virgo, with open hands and a grounded heart and the quiet, earned, unshakable confidence of someone who has done the work and who knows at this point that they are someone worth betting on. Because you are. Completely and without reservation, you are. Sit with this energy today. Let it settle into you. Let the knowing that something is shifting, that something true is arriving, that a beautiful second chance is already making its way through the final distance between where it has been and where you are standing. Let that knowing live in your body rather than your mind for a little while. You do not have to figure it out right now. You do not have to map it or plan for it or make sure you are positioned correctly to receive it. You just have to be here, present, open, fully yourself. That is enough. That has always been enough. And everything that is coming for you in this next chapter of your life is going to confirm that in the most personal, the most specific, the most beautifully timed way imaginable. It is on its way, Virgo, and it is everything you have been patient enough to wait for.